most of us, we live in a box. And we don't want to go outside that box at all, ever. Outside that box is all these possibilities of life. What we do is we shackle our mind. We are a prisoner in our own mind that this is all I can do. This is all I'm good at. And we take away the possibilities of you could be this, you could be that, you could be all these things. And I never thought at 300 pounds I could be Navy SEAL. That's how I live my life. I now know that there is no cap on the human mind. There's no cap. We cap it ourselves. It's not in that comfort zone. It's in the discomfort zone is where my confidence is getting built. Mm-hmm. That's where it's getting built. But people want an easier answer. Yeah. There has to be an easier way. There's not. I'm sorry. I searched for it my entire life.
You cheated,
I did.
You lied.
I lied. I did everything. And I still felt empty.
If you're in a comfort zone, beware. The danger of a comfort zone is that it doesn't hurt and it might even feel good. Many take that to mean it's a good place to be, but it's not. A comfort zone may be what is holding you back from real growth, real accomplishment, and your potentially exciting and rewarding future.
The fact that it is painful is the reason that it's working. Yeah. That if it wasn't you stepping out, everybody else that has to try and step out into this new life faces this same thing too. Every single person does. That's why most people don't do it. Yeah. Like, this is what hard feels like, and this is why most people don't win. Mm-hmm. So continuing to push through and almost seeing that level of discomfort as a signal, it's like a way marker that's been planted in the ground. Yes, more this way. Because if it was all just super easy, well, how are you going to get anything different to what everybody else has got if you do the same thing that everybody else does? Yeah. And one of the best selectors for people not doing a thing is discomfort. So the route that has a lot of discomfort down it, usually on the other side of that, ends up with something which is valuable.
If you constantly run away from things that you don't want to face, how is there growth? We live in a world that we want to be as comfortable as we can. And we wonder why we have no growth. We wonder why when the smallest thing in our life gets difficult, we wonder why we cower and we run away. Because we are kind of living our whole life is set up that way. Our whole life is set up in the path of least resistance. We don't want to suffer. We don't want to feel discomfort. So the whole time we're living our lives in a very comfortable area. But if you're never putting yourself in a situation to actually practice these things, you're never going to grow. I can't put you out there we're all going through a battle in our mind. A warrior is not a person that carries a gun. The biggest war you're ever going through is right between your own ears. It's in your mind. We're all going through a war in our mind, and we have to callous our mind to fight that war and to win that war.
Remember, it's not what you have, but what you do with what you have that separates winners from losers. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to what happens to you that counts. In the final analysis, your response to the adversity of life is the real measure of who you are and what you're made of. The Greek philosopher Epictetus once said that circumstances do not make the man or woman, they merely reveal him to himself.
Losers let it happen, winners make it happen. Losers see thunderstorms, winners see rainbows. Losers see icy streets, winners put on their ice skates. Losers take chances, winners make choices. It's all in the way you choose to think. And Earl Nightingale and the scriptures and people through the years have said it best. You do become what you think about most of the time. And most of the time you and I think about winning and success and positive opportunities. And we control that. It's the most exciting thing I've learned. I learned it from the Olympic athletes. Believe me, they have that moment to either choke or come through. And they control how they think just before they perform. And they always think in terms of the desired result.
I want you to make a Google Sheet, really simple, and I want you to have the time slots from 5 a.m.
to midnight, whatever, however long you work, in 15-minute increments. And I want you to set a timer, easy timer, kitchen timer, like for cooking, for every 15 minutes. And every 15 minutes, I want you to, when it dings, I want you to write down what you did. One or two words. Doesn't take a lot. Now, as soon as I say that, people are like, oh my God, I don't have time for this. I will promise you, it will be the most productive week of your life because you will be aware of how you're spending your time. Every time I do this, I immediately think I should do this all the time, and I don't. So just do it. Just do it for the 1 week, okay? You can change your entire bloodline the moment you realize that what you do next always matters more than what you did last. And so even though I'd read 14 books in a row, it doesn't mean that on my 15th book or your 15th book or your 15th video or 500th video, that what you choose to do after that can literally change and can overcome, can supersede everything that came before it. And I think if that's not an inspiring message, I don't know what is.
Rather shoot for an A and make a C is rather better than shooting for a C and making an F. So go for perfection. Reality always comes in under it. But in that moment, when you see the inevitable reality, the outcome, the result, how quickly can we go, okay, but I got so much more out of it. The job, the person, myself, because I went for perfection. Than if I'd have just gone for, nah, dude, just pass class.
Don't ever be ashamed of anything you've done in your life. Face it, fix it, make it better. Build belief, build confidence to the point where nothing can hurt you because you know exactly who you are. You've faced your demons. You were able to hear all your past traumas. You were able to listen to them. You're able to say, okay, now I can now talk to people about what I went through. I'm no longer embarrassed. I'm no longer ashamed.
Many people in the world, they have misunderstanding that cold is not good. If you take cold showers or if you do it ice bath, that you're gonna be with a fever, which is completely wrong. It's the opposite. More often you do that, less sick you will be.
Excuses.
Yeah.
Excuses it's the most simple way. For everything. Excuses. Year by year, I scored more. Even in a bad year, I scored 25 goals. If I play in Premier League now, in a top team, I will score the same. I don't need to speak because they can say whatever they want, but the numbers they don't like. It's just consistency. If you have consistency, it's easy. Trust me.
You need to work on yourself. If you just try to be pampered, and if you're trying to be soft, and if you're trying to be the victim and all stuff, you're not gonna go anywhere. We need to get stronger. We need to get ballsier. We need to get tougher. We need to not be afraid of failure. We got to go into the work. We got to face adversity. Adversity breeds character. There's strength and fighting and resistance. It does not only make the muscle grow, but it makes also your head grow, makes you a stronger person. We have to be willing to go through hardship, through suffering, through pain, through crying periods. All of that stuff, don't shy away from any of that because it just makes you stronger.
Even after countless amounts of failure, deep down, something about failing was bringing me the fulfillment that I was looking for. I don't know if it was simply just that I was crazy, or if I knew that every single failure I was running into was just bringing me closer to the success that I was chasing. But something about failing over and over and over again just made me hungrier, which allowed me to learn the things that I didn't know to allow me to get to a position like this today. And I think that's what makes hyper successful people hyper successful, is that they're just literally delusional. They do not care about other people's opinions. They do not care about any blocks in the road. They do not care how hard it's gonna be to get to where they want to go. They're gonna do it regardless. Because not only does the result bring them fulfillment, but the journey along the road brings them fulfillment. Like, if you genuinely want to achieve your dream life, do you think that it's gonna be easy? Not one of you answered that question, yes. So if you can find a way to adapt your mindset to fall in love with the process of achieving your goals, the journey of getting there is going to become fun. And that's what separates these people from the other 99% of people. Even though the journey isn't easy, they find a way to make it become fun. They fall in love with the chase of success, with the chase of failure. And it truly is what allows them to get to where they want to go. And again, if it weren't for my younger self who was delusional enough to fall in love with the process and fall in love with the failure, I wouldn't be where I am today.
The life you want is on the other side of the action you're afraid to take. Saying no is hard, but always being exhausted is hard too. Changing your habits is hard, but so is repeating the same destructive cycles. Letting go is hard, but so is holding on to what you know is no longer serving you. We don't get to avoid the hard, but we do get to choose which action we'd rather take. One option keeps you stuck, and the other sets you free. Choose wisely.
If you looked and saw a video of the person you could have been, I think our only wish would be, could I go back? Can I get another shot? I'll be crazy. I'll be more joyful. I'll be more bold. I'll be more courageous. I don't care. I want to do me. Can I do me over? And I think we got that opportunity to start today and say, I'm doing me. Don't let the old beliefs sink back in. This is your time. This is your moment.